Today, I want to tell you how to get in divinity. All that is through Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Ashtavakra Gita, which is called by Mahagita by also Rajneesh. Religious guru tells us what you want to hear from him and what can be easily digested. They do not tell you what you cannot digest. If they tell you truth, you will stop going there. We are hereby giving very clear-cut picture of divinity to understand, which you have never been before. We know Raja Janak was a great scholar, but we don't know his spiritual knowledge. Now you can get Raja Janak's spiritual knowledge and become scholar like him. We are hereby providing for you the teachings of Maharishi Ashtavakra, who blessed Raja Janak through Ashtavakra Gita. Raja Janak was wonderstruck. He was shocked. Maharishi Ashtavakra says, "You are alone, void of action, self-illuminated and innocent. Your bondage is this that you practice samadhi." Janak said, "Amazing, what are you saying? I am pure and flawless. I am peace. I am awareness. I am self-illuminated and innocent. I have been fooled by all the time." Janak was shocked. What he heard had never heard before. What he saw never seen before. Something wonderful was revealed. Janak was wonderstruck. "Amazing! Now I aware nothing sticks to me. Truth is unbelievable. We have believed the false so long. We have always considered ourselves guilty, and the priest has always said that we are sinners. The pandits and priests have always preached that we should wash away our sins. No one has ever said that you are innocent. Your innocence is such there is no way to destroy it. Those million sins cannot make you sinner. All the sins you have done are only dreams. You have seen, just wake up and they will go. Neither punya nor pap is yours. The very doing is not yours, because you are not the doer. You are observer. You are witness." Janak said in wonder, "I am pure. I am peace. I am flawless, self-illuminated and innocent. Amazing. So far I known only turmoil." Without knowing Ashtavakra, you will not be able to understand Lord Sri Krishna. Along with Ashtavakra, you will be blessed by Lord Krishna, because blessing of both are not different. Sri Krishna says, if you are not able to make a difference between body and yourself, I, you will not be able to understand me. If you read and digest these two great souls, you will certainly get in divinity. First lesson. Raja Janak says, "Renouncing body, I see divinity." Janak said, "Amazing, I am pure. And not only this, you are telling me you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are not that one which is being seen. You are the observer, always beyond the external world. It is to understand that whatever we see are not we. Whatever I see, not I. Whatsoever come in experience, I am not. Because whatever I see, I am beyond this. Eyes are seeing, but I am behind the eyes. It is seeing. Whatsoever becomes my experience, I am beyond that, because I am the observer." In Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says the same, but in different way. Sri Krishna describes about the soul in body. Body is coming and going, but soul is everlasting. Bodies are changing, like we change the clothes, but soul remains. Janak simply received what Maharishi Ashtavakra said. Janak did not raise any question. Janak says, "You shocked me. You awakened me. There is nothing to ask." Janak began to experience. You can also do the same, but it seems impossible to you. It happened so fast. It seems it should take some time. We are surprised. It happens so quickly. Verse 2. Just as I alone give current to this body, I do give current to whole universe. Either this whole universe is mine or nothing is mine. Maharishi Ashtavakra says, you are ultimate being. Witnessing is yours. It is not your center. It is the center of entire world. On surface we are separate, but within we are one. Just as waves are separate on surface of ocean, but in depth of ocean all are one. There is no wave in depth. Just as I alone illuminate this body, I do illuminate universe too. What are you saying? It is unbelievable. My witness is witness of whole world, so the whole universe is mine, or otherwise I have nothing at all, because I don't even exist. In witnessing, I no longer exist. Witness remains. Who will make claim? Claimant no longer exists. Janak says there are two possibilities, either fullness or emptiness. Upanishad says the same. 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. 0 minus 0 is equal to 0. Everything comes out of that whole, but that whole remains the whole. Everything merges in the whole, but whole neither increases nor decreases. I am center of entire universe. The entire universe is mine, but when I am center of the entire universe, I no longer exist. There is a story to open your eyes again. There was a king having only one son, and the son was seriously sick, lying on his deathbed. The physician had given him up the hopes, saying, "We cannot do anything. He can die any moment. It is a matter of just 2-3 days." The father stayed awake all night, sitting on his bed. Tears were flowing from the eyes. Sitting at about 3 a.m. in the morning, the father began to doze. While he slept, he dreamed a great empire over which he was lord. He had 12 sons. All were very handsome, young, talented, intelligent, and great fighters. He was having this dream when the son breathed his last. His wife screamed and started crying. He opened his eyes. He was completely shocked. He sat there dumbfounded because just a moment before there was 12 sons. They all gone, and here the son had died. He was completely bewildered. His wife worried whether his mind was damaged because he had great affection with his son, and not a single tear was coming on his eyes. His wife shook him and said, "Has something happened to you? Why don't you cry?" He said, "For whom I should cry? There were 12 sons a minute before. They all died. Should I cry for them, or should I cry for this son? I wonder who I should cry for. Just as 12 sons have gone, 13th also gone, everything finished." He said, "It was a dream, and this too is a dream. When I was seeing dream, it was real for me at that moment. I had completely forgotten this son. When dream broke, I remember you all. Now both dreams have gone. Now I have awakened from my day dreaming. It is enough. Now I won't be roaming about the dreams of the world. The time has come to understand. Neither this is true nor that was true. Now I have awakened. Let go happen. Let go happen." Janak has not moved 10 inch, but Janak says, "Imagine, let go has happened. Renunciation happened through understanding. Imagine now, through the skill of your teaching, having renounced body and world, I see divine. What skill is it? Hardly a leaf is shaken, and awakening has happened. World no longer is being seen. Whole vision is changed. Now I am seeing divine. Now I still live in this world, but now I live like a ghost. It is all the same. I will work, but now no worry catches me. You stay where you are. There is no need for flee to Himalaya. Sannyas is not escaping. Everything remains as it is, and let go happens. It is an inner matter. You will be surprised what has happened. If you want to live wisely, take life as acting. This is like a dream. It is a stage show. Don't make home here. Stay here just as in rented house. What skill, what a master I have met. Master I have met. I see only divine. I don't see anything else other than God. Now all appears as part of the divinity. Just his waves, just as waves, poems and bubbles are not other than water, so this individual's soul is not other than universal soul. Just bubbles rises from water and they disappear. Same way, there is nothing which is separate from divinity. We are like waves and bubbles in water. I have learned to see this is an experience and expression arising from a deep experience. Sri Krishna says in Gita, Divya Drashti, the wonder eyes, it is just a change of vision. It is the eyes of enlightenment person. Janak says, I see divine. Krishna says, see the self in all and all in self. Actually, life is dreamlike. Today again there will be a dream, and in the dream we will find that all is real, and in the morning again we find that there is nothing what we have seen in the dream. Likewise, when we will be awakened from so-called awakened position, then we will find that whatever we have seen is awakening, that is also not there. Our awakening is also one kind of unconsciousness. According to spirituality, our awakening is not spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening has some other meaning, where you can see that this world is also like night dream only. Neither dream is true nor life is true. What is true and what is not true, wise can be recognized. To recognize the difference of truth and untruth is wisdom. For example, what we say dream in the morning, we cannot say that was not there in the night. It was there. We have seen. We had the feeling of all that happening, and there was result also. Even it was a dream. Feeling was real. We experience all kind of pain and pleasure in dream. Body is trembling and heart is running fast. When sleep broken, we found that it was a dream. If dream is nothing, as we feel, there must not be any result. But result was there in the night. It was there, a category we should keep this. Let us go through a story of Raja Janak, life to understand it properly. Raja Janak was sleeping in his palace and one night he has seen a dream on that night. He has seen in the dream that he has become a poor beggar and hungry since 3-4 days. However, he has collected some rice and started to cook. At the same time, 2 bull oxen came over there fighting, and whatever he was cooking spread over the floor. All was wasted. In the meantime, dream was broken. Dream disappeared. Janak is seeing all is well, as like before. Palace, bed, bedroom, all are there. But question arises in the heart, whatever seen in the dream is true or whatever being seen now is true. Janak called all the great scholars and raised the question, this is true or that is true. No one was able to give the question reply. There was a lot of discussion, but Janak was not satisfied. When the question was put up in front of Ashtavakra said, neither this is true nor that is true. That was true. And then Ashtavakra has shown the path to Janak through this Gita. Awakening in the morning, as we find out dream is not true. Likewise, when we awake from our so-called sleepy awakening position, we find out that whatever we have seen in the world in our so-called awakening position, that is also not true. Our so-called awakening is one kind of unconsciousness. When we see that this world is also like a dream, then it is called real awakening. Awakening from the awakening position is meditation. When we know that whatever we are seeing today will not be there one day, life is also not true, like the dream in the night. If you can understand the Lord Krishna, you will be able to see him. Krishna is trying to say Arjun from fleeing, but in other sense, Krishna is saying a wonderful thing that fleeing from the worldly things, no one can be denouncer. Living in the world and by awakening, one becomes saint and one When awakening happens, it happens. Otherwise, you go anywhere or in Himalaya cave, there is no difference. Question is of awakening. Arjun is seeing the world very real. Physical body looks very true. Death looks very true. His problem is natural. His problem is our problem. Whatever we see looks true. Lord Krishna says something wonderful. Krishna says physical body and all these people, whole world is dream. Don't worry about this and do your duty. Lord Sri Krishna says, unless there will not be distance between I and body, it is very difficult to understand me. One who knows it is indestructible and eternal and unchanging. Krishna says, one who knows. He is not saying one who believes, agrees or accepts. It is very easy to believe or agree or accept, because nothing is to be done to believe. Knowing is very difficult. To know, we have to pass through whole procedure. Knowing is also of two types. One, by reading from scriptures, and second, if you know something by your own experience, then only you will be able to say that you know. It is very easy to know the things from scriptures. It is already written. To read and know it is not difficult. Knowing from the scriptures is not about knowing. You just read, soul is immortal. No one takes birth and no one dies. You just read it time and again. By reading time and again, we have become like parrot. We have not inherited the things. That is not our own experience. Our own experience is we are body. How can we absorb what we read in scriptures? And that is the reason we are going on chanting soul is immortal. It cannot be cut by sword by we are going on possessing the thought we are body. We are reading the scriptures that we are soul, not the body, but we are not ready to observe. We cannot get the wisdom from scriptures, but we will get the wisdom from the experience of life. Unless life will not teach you that there is something within, which never dies and which is immortal. You don't stop. Let the Krishna say this so many times. You don't agree. Try to know the truth. Lord Krishna is saying with so much of ease, he must have experienced something. Let us try to know what he has experienced. Let us try to take the experience of ourselves. Body is like the clothes, but we have clung to the body like this that we have become body only. We have forgotten the soul completely. Actually, what Krishna says and what we know is very different. Whenever you will be able to separate your body with your I, you will be able to know body and you are two independent things. But we have never seen anything within other than I. Whenever we have seen something within, we have seen I only. Whatever we think, ego stands behind I. Ego of our I is everything with us. We all are living surrounding our I, and we are not able to see the observer, who is actually I, who is seeing ego raising her head everywhere, who is behind your eyes and ears. He is the observer, he is the witness. When we listen, Lord Krishna, we become happy that soul cannot burn. We think we cannot burn. When we hear soul cannot die, we feel relaxed and hope that we are not going to die. Therefore, start to read more Gita in old age. When the death is coming nearer, people want to understand what the Lord Krishna says. Last thing, what Lord Krishna says, you can see everything except yourself. The day you will be able to see yourself, you will be able to get entry pass for the kingdom of God. When we listen Lord Krishna, you are not body, you are witness. Lord Ashtavakra says, you are neither earth nor air, fire, water or either. You have no face in all these. You are nothing but consciousness. To attain liberation, now you is the witnessing conscious of the chapter all. There is no more valuable key than witnessing. Be the observer Whatever happens, let it happen. There is no need to interfere. Body is composed by Panch Tattva. You are left within. If you can separate yourself from the body and rest in consciousness, this very moment you will be happy, at peace and free from all sins. Diverse the body and rest in consciousness. It is a revolution from very roots. If you can see the fact that I am not the body, I am not the doer, I am the one hidden within, I am the one eternal and everlasting, there is nothing to do. You are reaching to do something or other. That each needs to be satisfied. If it is what to do, it cannot be left unscratched. Where are you running in search of God? Stop and relax. God is not attained by running. It is hidden within the runner. God is not attained by doing. Nothing needs to be done to attain divinity. Just be the observer and relax. Chapter 1, verse 4. Religion, pain, pleasure are illusion. Oh, expensive one. Religion and atheism, happiness and misery, all are of mind and heart. They are not for you. You are neither doer nor enjoyer. You are always in liberation. Understand it and changes will start to take place automatically. There is nothing to do except to understand. If you can listen thoroughly with your whole mind, it is enough. Nothing is going to happen by doing. You do not have to expect anything from it to try later on. Be liberated right now. Be enlightened this very moment. Nobody is stopping you. You are the witness of whole world, unattached and without foam. Know this and be happy. There is no need to wait. It is a leap. There is no need to climb up step by step. It can happen this very moment or otherwise it will never happen. If you left it for tomorrow, you allow Lord Vastavak, his statement will penetrate in your heart like an arrow. Awakening will happen automatically. Listening means you are not doing. It happens while you are listening. It is not an act. It is happening when there is no desire within. Means meditation. If you are doing meditation to gain something, it is waste. The day you do not demand anything is the day when everything happens. A yogi is not desireless because he seeks new spiritual pleasure. He is not different. He still has the desire to enjoy. He could not find it in the world, so he searches in the divinity. But the search is continued. As long as there is something to do, tension continues. You have done lot of running, at least. Now you should stop. Relaxation is the key to meditation. Efforts are the key to tension. It is very easy to wake up for someone who is sleeping, but the man who is lying awakened with open eyes and pretending he is sleeping too, how will you make him to awake? No one can awake you. You only can awake yourself. Awake the pure consciousness within. Look at the things as an onlooker. Don't think, because thinking means processes of the mind have started. Vastavaka is a messenger of consciousness and witnessing. If there is happiness, just observe it. If there is unhappiness, just observe it. Let both come and go. Do not let them over you. Be identified with only one thing, that you are the observer. You are the witness. I am not the body, nor body is mine. I am not a living being. I am consciousness. It was my thirst for living that was my bondage. I am not the body, nor is the body is mine. My bondage is I want to live. Janak is explaining what he is experiencing. My bondage was that I wanted to live. What to do with the desire to live now? Where to keep the desire to live? Where to attach myself? I am seeing one and only one soul everywhere. I am seeing very clearly. I am conscious. Janak says, it is wonderful someone has no legs and begging on the road even though he wants to live. Attachment of surviving is very deep. Attachment of living is so deep, man wants to live whatever the circumstances may be. It is natural. Janak says, I am not the body and body is not mine. I am consciousness. It is bondage that I want to live. Now I came to know myself is life. Desire to live is foolishness. I am not body. I am soul. I am witness of all. Lord Ashtavakra taught the real truth to Janak. Such was the effect of his teachings. Janak had started reflecting immediately. Janak said, "Oh, wonderful, surprisingly, I slept so far. Now by your teachings I have awakened. Everything begins from me and is controlled by me." Lord Ashtavakra was just listening what happened to Janak. Lord Ashtavakra was watching. Now Lord Ashtavakra is questioning Janak. Whatever you are saying, have you experienced it or you are confused by my teachings? Persons who say I am not the body, he got it. I am not this body. This body is not mine. One day I have to vacate this body like a rented house. I am only consciousness. Person who knows this confidently and realizes his soul is peaceful. Who never bothers about the work done or work undone, he slowly moves towards divinity. Once he understands he is not body, he is not far away from divinity. He who says, I am not body, he has taken his first step towards divinity. Suddenly he will start to announce, I am divine. Such person never worries for work done or work undone.